Hello, my name's... just a moment. Can't steer that. Is bright spectacles. My name's Mr. Emu.
And I'm Mr. Coinky.
Every human being experiences the pleasures of becoming a man and a woman.
We're gonna show you how to survive with
Teenagers in the wild. Before we start, it is absolutely crucial for you to know that me and my associates, Aussie accents, are completely and utterly legitimate.
Player don't hate.
Oh, crikey! There's a teenager right over there!
Quick, boy!
Aye, aye, Captain! To be successful in the survival amongst teenagers, you must first be able to recognize the positives and negatives of being a teenager.
This will be crucial because it will help you identify the feelings of a teenager.
With this knowledge, you will know when you can engage in a friendly conversation with a teenager.
I'll let to hightail it out of there. Being a teenager has many advantages to it. Let's jump right in and discuss them. Sounds like a view. First off, the majority of teenagers are complete slobs, and they have the right to be waking up at 7 AM on Saturday morning. I think not. Stay up all night on Friday and party your socks off. You don't have to go to school on Saturday after all. Now that you're a teenager, you don't need your mommy and daddy anymore. You're a big kid now. Go ahead, move out with your friends, get a pad, go nuts. Play, go fish, be a rebel, and stay up till 10 because you're your own boss now. Like most people, I get the munchies from time to time. But getting to McDonald's isn't always the easiest task when you have to walk, take the bus, or have your mommy drive you. Get your driver's license. You're 16. You're entitled to these things. If you're like my associate and are still currently living with your parents, don't fret. This is one of the many advantages of being a young teenager. You can make mommy and daddy pay for the bills, not you. Don't worry though, you can still raise the electrical bill by playing video games all day. Nice! I understand that most of you young whippersnappers don't like school, but it's very important. You can get a lot of educational opportunities, and as a young one, you should take advantage of these. Remember, study hard. As a teenager, you'll find that most of you young adventurers will gain more freedom.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Because you're a teenager, you can now get hired by someone or create your own business, such as dog walking or babysitting to get your own income. Remember kids, with great power comes great responsibility. You can go to the movies, the arcade, or even the cricket pitch without your parents. Go ahead, mates, you've earned it. You're a big bad teenager now, and scary movies no longer shake you. You can now watch 14A movies without your parents' supervision. Or the wonders of love. Teenagers get to experience the beginning of romantic relationships. These relationships usually lead you down the crap hole and make you become a 42-year-old crazy cat guy watching soap operas with your mother every Thursday. I mean, relationships are goody for most. When you become my age, life stinks. This is because my body can't keep up with my adventurous nature anymore. However, when you're a teenager, you can have access to your young bod and your bountiful amount of energy.
It's a celebration.
Finally, there comes the major milestone in your life, graduation. Once you graduate, you have your whole life ahead of you. This can be a very exciting time, but it can also mean a lot of stress.
Now that you know all the wonderful things that come with teenage life, I will start dipping in to the negatives. First, and dearest to my heart, you can no longer order off the kids menu when you turn 13. And this occurs at many restaurants, such as the most delicious White Spot. Bullying gets more intense as you get older. What used to just be name-calling on the playground eventually develops into violence and serious verbal abuse. Associate Nice survival motto is, you got to stay hip to stay alive. As a teenager, you will need to learn all the newest trends and phrases such as YOLO or swag. In this day and age, if you don't get with it, you're gonna get beaked. Braces. Every teen's least favorite parts. Brace yourselves for the most irritating years of your life. 75% of you little skippers will experience braces. Have fun. At the coming of your teen years, you'll experience the horrors of puberty. This can be a difficult time in most people's lives. Symptoms may include squeaky voice, pimples, mood swings, and even facial hair. Teenagers usually receive a bad public image. A lot of elders and other adults label you as smelly, giant, awkward, disgusting, evil, irritating, skateboard riding, menaces to society. That can be very frustrating, for I'm sure that most of you can be very talented, kind, unique individuals. The beginning of teenage years usually means more chores around the house from your parents, as they look at you as young adults instead of little children. That's gotta be no fun for you little skippers. A lot of people in their teenage years experience what I like to call peer pressure. This is when people you know or your friends offer you drugs or bad things like that. Don't give in to peer pressure. Remember, kids, drugs are bad. As you get older, you have to do more difficult schoolwork. As you go more in depth into different subjects in school, it is natural that you will get harder work and more work, which can put a lot of stress on people. In your teenage years, you will most likely find that you and your friends will choose to go down different paths for different reasons. This changing of friendships can be hard on a lot of people. Now, it's no wonder teenagers are so lazy. They have very busy schedules when you factor in that they have to wake up at 7 a.m. every morning, and they might still have after-school activities like a good old game of cricket. Exams. These are the killers. Exams can mean that little explorers like yourselves might not be able to pass the course and require way too many hours of study.
Now that you know the advantages and disadvantages of being a teenager,
You can properly survive as teenagers in the wild.
wild.